A new version of the application has just been released, and as a result, this tutorial video was created to discuss some of the new and old features of the application. The first thing I would like to do is show the new conversion feature. You can access this feature by clicking on the Convert tab. When you click on this new tab, you can see an interface which is different from the other calculator screens. There are two input text boxes that let you type the units you would like to convert from and convert to. Also, there's a link that shows the conversions that are currently supported by the application. Clicking on this link shows you the units you can convert from and convert to. I'll scroll down for a quick preview. In order to use this new feature, you first just need to start typing the name of the unit, and the application will display the possible matches to what you're typing. For example, if I type foot, and say yards, the application will then start displaying the matches to what I'm typing. So now that I've set that up, I can do a multi-selection. I can highlight the elements and then click the convert button. And the application will perform the conversion on the given selection. I can also do a single select by writing this formula. It's important to note that the single select is also compatible with the other functions of the calculator. For example, if I type and I can have the application evaluate this formula. Another feature I'd like to talk to you about is the print feature. This is a new feature that was suggested by one of the users of the application. Say you're using the application and you're typing different formulas. And you now want to print the contents of the console. You can do this by now clicking on File and then clicking Print. Now a print preview screen is displayed that contains the contents of the console. If you want to print this screen, you just click on File and Print. Now I'd like to talk about the copy and paste feature. This feature has been around since the first release of the application, but is not very widely known. This feature is useful because it allows us to copy and paste between different parts of the application. For example, if I add these two selections together, I can see the value in the console in the spreadsheet. I can also take the value on the console, highlight it, and then click copy, and then paste it back to the spreadsheet. I can also take a value from the spreadsheet, click copy, and then paste it to the console. I can take values from the console, click copy, and paste it back to the console. And I can take values that are on the spreadsheet and then move them to other areas of the spreadsheet. So finally, I'd like to go ahead and discuss the different options that are available within the application. These options have been available since the first release, but I don't think they're widely known, so I'd like to go ahead and discuss them now in this video. In order to access the different options, click on the Options menu item and then click on Preferences. So the first thing we see is Set Max Precision, and this value is set to 4. Let's change it to 6. Max Precision is what enables the application to know how many decimal points to display for each answer. The next field we see is Handle Multi-Operation By, and the values are row, column, cell, and aggregate. By default, the value selected is going to be row. Let's change it to column. And in order to demonstrate this feature, I'll do an example. The first thing I want to do is show the decimal points. Let's show this by doing 1 divided by 3. As you can see, now we have 6 decimal points being displayed instead of just 4. And for the other feature, I'd like to go ahead and demonstrate it by first taking this selection and adding it with the second selection. As you can see, since we're doing a multi-operation by column now, it's taking the first column of the first selection and adding it to the first column of the second selection. Then it's taking the second column of the first selection and adding it to the second column of the second selection. And the answer to these calculations are 30 and 21. Now the other features of the handle multi-operation by are cell and aggregate. If I choose cell and click close, I can take the first selection and add it to the second selection, and when I let go of the mouse, you can see that the values displaying now are 8, 10, 12, 5, 7, and 9. So 1 plus 7 is 8, 4 plus 1 is 5. So what it's doing is it's taking two selections that are identical in dimensions and adding each of the corresponding cells and then displaying the resulting answer. If I go back and go to preferences and choose aggregate, and first delete these values. So let's take the first selection and then add it to the second selection. Now there's only one value, and what this does is it's adding everything in the first selection and then adding that to everything in the second selection. So these are some of the new features and old features of the application. If you'd like to go ahead and make any feature suggestions and you're watching this video on the website, then please contact kanakku@gmail.com. That's KANAKKU support@gmail.com. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, then go ahead and leave a comment below on the comment section for this video. Thank you, and